So I don't know about you guys, but I'm someone who was born in the late 80s and I grew up during the absolute height of the craze for Power Rangers. Like, look, I was there from when the show first came out to where it is now, which is probably off in limbo. But I'm a big time Power Rangers fan. Like, I don't know how many people know that about me, but yeah, like when I say that I absolutely love Power Rangers as a kid, like, yeah, I went so far as to dress up as the Red Ranger back in first grade. Like, that's how much I love Power Rangers. And over the years, we've had a lot of mediocre to okay Power Rangers games and some really bad ones too, let me tell you. But nonetheless, it's always been fun being able to play a Power Rangers game, even if the quality was kind of all over the place. But I've always wanted it to go back to its roots of having like a beat 'em up that really just takes all the aspects of modern beat 'em ups that we've gotten over the last couple years and slap Power Rangers on front of it and, you know, call it a day. Because why not? Why not do that? That right there is absolute money. Well, Digital Eclipse, who provide me a review copy of this game, decided to do that very thing with Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Rita's Rewind. Like, man, this game is so good. I love it. And mainly because I think it appeals to me as someone who grew up with it. And I think a lot of retro gamers would really love it too. But nonetheless, I know I'm late with this review, but nonetheless, I had a lot of fun with it. So we're going to talk about Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Rita's Rewind in this video. And yeah, it's morphin time. So Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Rita's Rewind is a nod to the resurgence of the 2D beat 'em up games, much like 2022's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge, which itself harks back to the classic beat 'em up era. Although Shredder's Revenge boasts more refined combat mechanics, Rita's Rewind competes closely with top titles in the genre thanks to its clever design and diverse gameplay. Rita's Rewind kicks off with an option for 5-player local co-op, expanding to 6 players upon unlocking the Green Ranger. The narrative quickly progresses through the original series, focusing on the Ranger's initial conflict with Tommy, leading up to his integration into the team. Set in a very distant future, Robo Rita invents time travel to defeat the Power Rangers at their origin. She collaborates with her past self, doubling their threat against the unsuspecting teenagers. The plot, seemingly penned by true fans, captures the spirit of the original series through character dynamics and authentic dialogue, particularly from characters like Bulk and Skull. Despite the voice cast being underutilized, their contributions add depth to the main characters and villains. The game spans 15 levels where the Rangers face off against 2 versions of Rita and her minions, including Crows from the 1995 movie, which, man, I'm actually shocked that they threw that in there because for the majority of Power Rangers stuff, it kind of ignores, or not kind of, it actually does ignore the 1995 movie, given the fact that the movie wasn't canon. But nonetheless, it's just, you know, because look, I know it's cheesy going back looking at that movie now, but you had to have been there as a kid during the height of the Power Rangers craze and knowing that they were going to the movie, getting all the brand new, you know, costumes, like just the production value being so high. It was an experience. And just the fact, look, it's a guilty pleasure of mine. I love the movie, but the fact that this actually has a callback from that movie, chef's kiss. Each level concludes with a boss fight featuring characters like Goldar and Krabby Cabby, leading to battles in the Megazord or individual Zords. What sets Rita's Rewind apart are the levels that mimic Sega's superscalar technology, creating a kind of pseudo 3D effect, which is reminiscent of vintage racing games. These segments, along with the Zord's ability to unleash various powers, culminate in exhilarating Megazord battles, distinguishing the game from other genre staples, such as River City Girls. The combat system is straightforward, yet it's nuanced, though I would have preferred more distinctive abilities for each Ranger. Despite some uniformity in their moves, the visuals of their iconic weapons during fights does add flair. A unique feature involves taunting to charge a power meter for a devastating Zord attack. A time crystal mechanic introduces a time rewind element, though it feels more like a thematic inclusion than an actual gameplay cornerstone. The game's difficulty does spike in its final levels. Like, I'm not gonna even lie, I was playing this with Lehila Superfina, and we got to a point where we were just getting tired. Like, it just became really like that difficulty spike just made everything just seem cheap. We were just taking unnecessary damage, and look, it got patched, which is why I kind of waited, because I wanted, you know, when it initially dropped, it was a little rough, but after the patch, it's a lot better, and that aspect got smoothed out. But man, it was rough going. So with these difficulty spikes, this is where you're going to need to utilize strategy and cooperative play to be able to even combat any of these challenges. Now, visually, Rita's Rewind excels with vibrant levels and fluid animations, particularly during Zord and Megazord battles. While the visual elements impress, the audio experience is truthfully a little inconsistent. The voice actors, like I said, they deliver a solid performance, but they're limited by the sparse dialogue and repetitive lines, which after a bit, it does kind of get a little annoying, and I wish they would have fixed that within the recent patch. Overall, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Rita's Rewind is a well-invested tribute to the franchise, blending classic beat-em-up gameplay with innovative features. The game radiates a joyful enthusiasm that fans will find infectious, setting the stage for a potential and highly anticipated sequel, which I am praying Digital Eclipse, please make a sequel to this. This game is so good. Well, it's better now with the patch, but nonetheless, please make a sequel. Please make a sequel. I'm begging you guys. Like, it doesn't even have to come anytime soon. Like, make a sequel like 2-3 years down the line, but please give us some additional DLC for this game. Well, and with that being said, guys, that's the review for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Rita's Rewind. Again, thank you to Digital Eclipse for providing me the review copy of the game. But what do you guys think of this game? Did you enjoy it? Are you a fan like me who grew up with it? Or are you someone who's just looking for a new beat 'em up and you're like, you know what, it looks interesting? Whatever your thoughts are, let's go ahead and get the conversation going in the comment section down below. And with that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Stay safe, be blessed, have aloha, and I'll see you around. Peace out, and a hui ho.